Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is Friday. Friday, April 30th, 2021. Do sometimes really, I just want to explode. I really do. Today is one of those days. And it's a freak show. And I want to talk about why today was especially a freak show. Because it's epic. It really is. For those of you that are paying attention to this, you might have an inkling of what I am speaking about. But let's get there in a minute here. Let's start off with the market. Okay. Stocks finished lower today. There is a reason for that. Crude oil got hit hard today. You see, right off the bat, you are not supposed to know how dependent the stock market is on crude oil. But invariably, if you watch crude oil, if crude oil is getting bid higher, stocks are higher. If crude oil is falling, like today, got hit pretty hard, well, what will that do? It'll suck stock down with it. You understand? You're not supposed to know that. The mainstream financial channels try to keep them completely disconnected, but they are dependent. The stock market is dependent on crude oil. You know this if you've been following this blog. So that's one reason today that the stock market got hit. Crude oil fell. The other reason has to do with the freak show. And there's a lot to do with it. So I don't even know where to start with this. I got my notepad. Love my notepad. All kinds of stuff written on it here for you. I can barely read it. But I have Federal Reserve President Kaplan today sent the stock market falling because he, just by uttering a few idiotic words, which are never going to happen, he sent the dollar markedly higher. Did you see the dollar today? I know for a fact that most of you are following the Dixie or the dollar index. You're following crude oil. You're following that 10-year yield. Why? Because this guy set it up for you. Real easy to see on my lovely website, TradersChoice.net, top of the second page. So when the creature, Fed President Kaplan, opened his mouth, the dollar, poof, popped higher. And of course, that had a negative effect on the stock market. Now, what did he say? Before we get to the creature, Kaplan, let's talk about the ultimate freak, which is Yellowstone. Federal Reserve Chairperson Yellowstone. Just yesterday, if you recall, he said, and I quote, "The Federal Reserve does not see asset bubbles." No, they can't see them. They don't want to see them. Okay, but today, right up the back door, we had the creature, Kaplan, who said this. Okay, let me get this right because I actually wrote it down. Quote. Okay, so just keep in mind, yesterday, quote, Powell, "The Fed does not see asset bubbles." Today, Fed President Kaplan, the creature, he said he sees excesses in the markets, in the financial markets. And how about it? Duh. And he also went on to say that there are imbalances. Imbalances. He said imbalances. So by just him saying that this creature, which is obvious, sees excesses in the market and imbalances in the market, well, that was enough to put pressure on the entire market and push the dollar higher. They're just lovely, the way these people work here, the things that come out of their mouths. Obviously, they don't talk to each other, or maybe they do. I think they do this stuff on purpose. I believe that, what does this do? When something comes out, referring to Kaplan, comes out, because he's not a human being either, comes out and says something like this The effect on the market is, okay, got a little pressure, dollar goes higher. It's opportunity, people, because I don't care what the freak, no, he's the creature. Well, he's a freaky creature. He sees excesses, duh. We all see it. And he sees imbalances, duh. It's not going to prevent this market from going higher. It's not going to, okay, because we heard from his boss who's promising to continue to buy everything in sight and then some for the foreseeable future. Look, we are in what, 2021? The Fed will not raise rates for years. Years, despite the fact that we're apparently in some kind of an economic boom. Oh, talking about an economic boom, let's go back to the lovely notepad. The lovely notepad says this, okay, this is what came out today. This is exactly what I am talking about and what I have warned about was happening and is happening right now. So I have told you all, I can't even speak, that they're creating a slave society dependent on the government. Well, today we found out that 34% of all U.S. households' income comes from the government. Yeah, that's epic. That also includes welfare and unemployment benefits and a whole bunch of other things. 34% of U.S. households are receiving income from the government. That is what I would call astonishing. And that number, that 34, well, it's going to get much bigger by design as the slave society, dependent on monster government, continues to manifest itself. And, let's go back to the lovely notepad. I had fun today. What else did we find out? This is no secret, and it's been, getting a lot of talk, even on the financial channels that, they don't want you to know this stuff. But here we go. The cost of lumber and building materials is skyrocketing. Duh. You mean we have inflation? Oh, no. Really? Okay. So that's another thing that was just lovely today. Look, I'm not even going to go back to the notepad anymore. He's going to go rest over there. But you get the gist here. So today, crude and Kaplan is what hit the stock market today. It ain't going to make a difference. Crude is going higher, much higher, and so is the stock market. Now let's talk about other things that are going higher here. Okay, told you to buy Dash the other day. It's making a nice gain already. I already told you a gazillion times that I remain a raging bull with regard to cryptocurrencies. Did you see cryptocurrencies today? They are surging. Surging, people. You want to let these opportunities pass you by? You want to stay in the dollar because you just love it so much? Maybe you want to kiss it. I don't know. Your choice. Me, I choose to get the freak out of the dollar, and I would hope that's what you're choosing to do. And you can do this in a gazillion ways. Obviously, my ultimate favorite, okay, let me just cut through the chase here, is physical silver, okay? I own all this other stuff too, but physical silver is, I love this stuff. I want to rub it all over my body, I really do. I want to kiss it, love it, stroke it, play with it, and I'm referring to physical silver. I just love this stuff. I just love it. Love it. Okay? I think you got it. But anyway, look, this whole thing, like I always tell you, is about seeing through the bullshit, seeing through the dog shit as the shit show, freak show, creature feature continues to unfold. I think you get it at this particular point. It just goes without saying anymore. Because the insanity for some is going to continue as the middle class just continues to lose and lose more. Again, 34% of U.S. households receiving some kind of government assistance. And I think that's a low number. I bet you it's higher than that. I really do. You see, this is the stuff they allow us to know. Imagine what it really is. I mean, I don't know. You want to take a guess? Maybe it's 50%. I don't know. It's pretty incredible. But this is all of their creation to create a slave society. A dumbed down, retarded slave society. I can't say it any more plain than that. That is what we have right now. And this is not just here in the United States, or what used to be the United States, whatever this thing is now. This is a global phenomenon, okay? People become dependent on central banks via the government. I mean, where's all the cash come from? The 34% of American citizens that, 34% of households, American households that are dependent on the government, where are they getting the cash from? It's coming from the Federal Reserve. Okay, that's where it's coming from, the real government. The fake government, with the creature that doesn't even know he's alive or dead. I'm referring to Biden. I think he looks deceased to me. He really does. I was looking at him at he was talking the other day. He looks corroded. He looks like he's got something going on with him. I don't know. His complexion isn't as bad as the last guy, but he just looks off. I think he's already passed on, but he doesn't know it yet. Anyway, with the trillions of dollars that he wants to borrow into existence, again, via the Federal Reserve, they're just a conduit. The government, the freak show that's supposed to be our government, it's just a conduit to the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is the real government, period, the end. So that's how the market reacts, like today with Kaplan, the creature, talking about, there's imbalances. There's imbalances. Oh, really? Oh, and there's excesses in the markets. And so it's going to stop now. Do these excesses and imbalances, they're going to stop today. So the market should just sell off. No. People, you can't make this stuff up. It's impossible to do. It's impossible to do. You got it? Look, I'm going to have a meltdown if I don't stop doing this video soon. So I'm going to, I think. But you understand what's going on. Crude oil, people, the lifeblood of the military-industrial complex, the lifeblood of the stock market. That's really why the market fell today, on top of the warning from a Federal Reserve president that the market screwed up. Really? Is that what you want us to know, idiot, imbecile? Really? Seriously? You ever see Kaplan? He's another one. I think he's also deceased, but he doesn't know it. He walks through time and space, but I think he actually doesn't have a heartbeat. I think he's dead. Anyway, people, look, this guy right here, and even my lovely notebook, love you a lot. I mean that. I really do. I'll tell you what scares me about this notebook. I only have a few pages left in it. And then, what will I do with this? I don't know. Maybe I'll draw a picture on it. I don't know. What do you think? All right, look, I got to go. I told you, I'm starting to lose my mind. Clearly. All right. People, it's Friday. Let's do this together. Bring it in. Bring it in. Don't be afraid. No one's watching you. Bring it in. You ready? Love each other. Care about each other. And be charitable. All right? That's it, people. I will see all of you Sunday for my markets to look ahead. Tomorrow, I hope, you're going to hear from the Crypto Kid. I'm waiting for his video. I think he's working on it right now. Or he better be. And please share this video, get it out there, contemplate these things, think about it. Does it make sense to you what I'm saying here? Really? Have I said anything that's just so far out there that it's, Greg is some kind of lunatic, which I may be. But anyway, that doesn't even matter, does it? Love you a lot. See you Sunday.